It's a nice day for a ride out today. I thought I'd get out. It's only about 6 degrees Celsius, but I was keen to get out for a ride and in particular try out the new position of the risers I bought. So if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know I've installed these risers here. Now they step up and can either step back or step forward. I've tried them in the forward position and now I'm just trying them in the more rearward position and just seeing what they're like. And the other thing I wanted to test too while I'm at it is I've put some new the little wind muffs on the GoPro, and I don't know if you can see those. So just a little wind muff on here and a wind muff just down under here. So I've come to a known windy area, a wind farm, and I'm just curious to see how effective those wind muffs are as well. So there's a bit of wind blowing around, and yeah, we'll see how that works out. Now the risers in this position, I've been riding for, I've done a few Ks on the bike now with those in that position, and yeah, I think it's less. I'm finding I'm getting less back pain with the handlebars back a little bit closer to me and up a little bit, but I am also finding that it's sitting me more upright on the bike, and I'm now noticing the suspension is a little more jarring going over the bigger bumps as I'm sitting more upright, and it's transmitting the shock up more through my spine. So and the other thing I'm noticing is that because the handlebars are back a bit and closer to me, I'm also sitting back further on the seat onto the more wider part of the seat, which is more comfortable for me as well. So my plan is to do, certainly a lot more Ks on the bike before I come up with a final verdict on whether I like them or not. With the handlebars in the forward position and the risers in the forward position, I found the steering to be very neutral and quite good. With the handlebars back a bit, I do find it's a little more funky at low speeds, at walking speeds. So if I sort of do a slow left turn, I can feel where the bike would sort of tip in and be neutral. I do feel the left handlebar pushing into my palm a bit, so like the steering wants to tip in a bit, and so I've got to put a little bit more pressure on the left bar from turning left at walking speeds, and vice versa. If I'm turning right at walking speeds, I've got to put more pressure on the right handlebar to sort of hold the bike up, if you like. Now this is just at walking speed. At all other speeds, I'm not noticing any difference. It's completely fine. So if I keep the risers in this position, it's just something I'll have to deal with at lower speeds. It's not the end of the world, but I do notice a little bit of a difference. And the other thing I think I've learnt about myself doing this exercise is I don't like wider handlebars. I reckon that's part of my problem. And my recent test drive of the Sportster S sort of gave me a bit of a clue that might be the case, because as soon as I sat on that bike, it's got narrower handlebars, and I just felt right at home on it. It felt super comfortable. And I think back to the bikes I've owned that have been comfortable, and they've all been bikes with narrower handlebars. So I'm not sure if adventure bikes are my thing, because sitting on the Africa Twin, I noticed that I didn't feel comfortable to reach to the bars, and it also explains why I feel like nowadays my arms are shorter, and I reckon it's because I'm having to reach out wider with my arms, which when they're closer together, I have more bend in my arm, and it's just more comfortable, and I can sort of rest my body on my wrists and my hands, and I find it easier just find it easier and more comfortable to ride, actually. So I think that's something I've learnt about myself. So I could look at getting a similar shape handlebars to these, but narrower, and that's a tempting thing, actually. I'm sort of half tempted to do that. I think I might investigate that, see if I can get a handlebar which is narrower, and just try it. Same rise, just an inch, maybe an inch in, because I'm finding that with these risers, 1 inch makes a huge amount of difference. And my friend Flat Cap Cafe Racer, he suggested, when I was looking at risers, I was looking at a 2-inch step up, he said not go too crazy because a little goes a long way, and he's dead right. 1 inch up and 1 inch back has made a huge difference. And in fact, I'm just wondering if just a simple 1 inch riser, bringing the handlebars back, might have been all I need. But anyway, I'll keep experimenting with those. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a narrower handlebars, so the rise just comes up and to here maybe, and just the end of the bar to here. I reckon for me that might be a really good solution. So I'm going to investigate that. And I think any bike I buy in the future, I'll be focusing on bikes that don't have wide handlebars. So that'll be like, you know, cafe racers, sport tourers, that sort of thing, do have narrower handlebars, even sport bikes. Now that I've learnt that about myself, I think I'll definitely be sticking to narrower handlebar bikes in the future. I'm curious to see how this microphone wind muff setup went, because it is a bit windy here. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye for now.